Afternoon, KSI Press. I'm here with Jon Cunningham. Returns to action tomorrow for the PFL Challenger Series. How are you?
Oh man, I'm blessed, and you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to be talking with you. I really appreciate you talking during fight week. I mean, you're fighting tomorrow, so I just really appreciate your time.
No problem. Thank you, man.
So, I mean, you fight tomorrow. How are you feeling?
I feel blessed. I feel really blessed, man. You know, not overthinking, just taking for what it is.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Before we get to your fight, I have a couple very important questions. Saw that you're a big Kid Cudi fan, so I wanted to ask you what's your favorite album?
Oh, don't do that. You can't do that. All right, my favorite album, man. Speeding Bullet.
Oh,
I know that was a dark one for him, and he doesn't really like talking about it. But that was my favorite. And then Man on the Moon, his first album. That's when I was first hooked. And then third will probably be Man on the Moon 2 or
oh,
3.
okay, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I find out someone's a Kid Cudi fan, I instantly I'm just like, oh my, he's my favorite artist. So like, he just kind of connects me. You know what I'm saying?
Like-minded.
Exactly, 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 man. So another question is, so you have no nickname. Are you planning on adopting one, or is Jon Cunningham enough?
Oh no, my nickname's Big John the Blessing.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
so
Big
we're
John the Blessing Cunningham.
oh, I like that. I like that. I like that.
Thank you, man.
I like that. So it's been 3 months since your professional debut, and
Mhm.
it only lasted 3 minutes. So, was there anything that you took from that fight?
Yeah, man. I didn't like the fact that he took me down. I needed to work on my wrestling, and that's exactly what I did. Once I got back to camp, worked on my wrestling and then grappling. I hate the fact that he was able to get that underhook on me and then be able to trip me. Even though I was able to reverse it, but that pissed me off watching film. That and I needed to work on my jab a little bit more, make sure that's tighter. But yeah, man, I saw a lot of things I needed to work on.
You only had one amateur fight. What was the
Mhm.
decision to go pro?
What or why?
What? Yeah, I guess why was the decision, and like what was the decision to go pro after one amateur fight?
I needed the money. Don't tell anybody else. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I needed it. Time was just ticking,
Understandable.
I felt.
And understandable, understandable. Well, I mean, I don't know. So I guess it's just kind of going off of that, man. So fighter pay is a huge topic right now. And man,
Mhm.
people always compare it to the NFL. Like these NFL guys are getting paid millions and millions and millions of dollars. I guess being a former NFL player now fighting, what are your thoughts on that?
So people are upset that fighters aren't getting paid enough, right?
Yeah.
And they're comparing it to the NFL. Um, so pretty much my thought about that is just MMA is just now growing. Rather, it's been around for a while, but the sport is just now growing bigger. And just like NFL, when it first started off, players were getting paid shit. Honestly, yeah. And if you talk to some of the vets back then, like they were going through hell. Like camps were crazy. The equipment was shit, like, and they still get paid shit. But I think and I hope as the sport grows, the um the money aspect behind it will grow also. Also, the politics behind it will grow and get better. And everyone there should be a set amount that certain people get paid. It shouldn't just be scattered out. I don't feel like it sort of shows favoritism and division across the union. So I'm not saying that fighters need to unionize, but something needs to happen about it.
Um, Yeah, no, for sure. It's a topic that's heavily debated, and there's like no right wrong answer, right? It's just it
Mm-hmm.
just everyone compares it to the NFL, and it's just like the NFL has been around for.
It's been around, right? So they've had time to develop their program and their say-sos, and even now, they're still growing and developing. So like, you just got to take it for what it is at the time. Get on ship or get off ship. Write it out or don't.
Right. One last question before we get to your opponent, man. How did you decide to go to Jackson Wink, and was Strong Style in Ohio a option for you?
Strong Style was Stipe trained at, right?
Yeah.
Strong Style was an option for me. I messaged them. I never got a message back. I felt I was rushing myself. I was rushing the process because I had just got out of the hospital from the psych ward, and I was just trying to figure out my life, get myself back on in track. And so I messaged them, and then I realized I was going to Albuquerque for football anyways to play for the Gladiators. And so I messaged them. I was like, hey, do you think I can just come in and train with you guys while in season and off season, just so I can stay in shape and work on my craft? They said, yeah, come on in. I came down. I quit the Gladiators after a week of practice. Was not feeling it at all. That and nobody, the team, peace be on to the Gladiators. But the atmosphere wasn't for me. The atmosphere wasn't for me. Let's put it that way, to be a PC. And so I was like, let's just try this. I've always liked the sport. I've wrestled. Why the hell not? The worst that can happen. First week there, I get knocked out and choked out. That's the worst that can happen, huh? So I lived it. That way, I didn't break a limb or anything. So we're good there.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
That's great, man. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, so you've been, how long have you been at Jackson Wink for now?
Since the start of COVID, man.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
plan on going anywhere. So 2 years, going on 3.
Awesome, man.
I don't plan on going.
What did that gym mean to you right now?
It's home. It's home. Like, to be able to get into a gym at the start of COVID and stick with that gym, and everyone still work with you, and you create so many relationships that are just, they're deeper than just business relationships in my aspect. And for me to be able to call you a friend and a teammate, they're two different things. Okay. I have a lot of friends in there, not just the coaching staff, but the teammates that I've become my friends. So that's home, man. I don't see me stepping on any toes. I don't see me. It's home.
That's awesome to hear, man. Daquan Buckley, man. Did you have any
Yes,
idea?
sir.
Did you have any idea who he was when he was originally offered to you?
No. But I'm pretty sure he didn't know who the hell I was either. So to be fair,
right.
Like, we're both coming up at the same time. It's not like and I don't follow the sport. I don't follow fighters. I follow the sport. I don't pay attention to the fighters. If there's a fight going on and I see a fight, then all right, yeah. I know the top guys. I know the sport, but I don't waste my time, gloating over or just slobbing over other guys and the sport, even with football, I wasn't starstruck or in awe. It's a business. We're all here for a purpose.
So basically, you're not on Tapology.com looking at all the heavyweight prospects coming up.
I got other shit to do, man. I respect the process. I respect everyone that's doing this shit because it's hard. It's a hard thing. But I'm not drooling and wasting my time away on Tapology, seeing who's up and coming, who I may be fighting next week, next month. Like, I got one fight at a time, man. You overwhelm yourself with that shit.
Oh man, gotcha. So I mean, you've studied tape basically your entire life. How do you like the matchup? And I apologize. I know you're done talking about this guy. You're gonna fight him tomorrow, but
No, you're fine, man. You're doing your job.
How do you like that matchup?
It's a matchup. I don't know how to answer that question. There was no way I can turn it down. I don't like that. They said this one fight, and I said okay, whether I like it or not.
Right. How do you see the fight going down? And when it's all said and done, how do you get it done tomorrow night?
I see him throwing a couple punches, maybe a few kicks, and I see me throwing a few punches, a couple kicks, maybe a takedown here and there. But yeah, I see a good fight. I hope for a good fight, entertaining fight at least.
Awesome, man.
And I see us both walking away. No injuries, neither one of us.
You hoping for another knockout?
I never got a knockout. I got TKOs and ref stoppages, but never got a knockout.
All right, fine. Are you hoping for your first knockout? I should say.
Hey man, if it comes, it comes. You go chasing for shit, then you put yourself in unnecessary situations. Just take your time. Right. Stay focused.
Awesome. And then lastly, I asked Sean Merriman this, and
who?
Sean Merriman, former.
Oh, okay.
And I would love to hear your insight on this. Why do you think so many football players make the transition to fighting? Right, because you don't see a lot of basketball players, you don't see a lot of baseball players, you don't see a lot of hockey players, right? It's mainly a lot of football players coming over.
That is a good question, and I can't say why for them. I can say why for me. I saw it as a way to. So first off, with the NFL. Once teams stop fucking with me, or I'm sorry, messing with me, I'm pretty sure you'll edit that out. Once teams stop messing with me and stop calling me, and my agent sort of thing just fell out, I hit rock bottom, man. I felt low, and my wife was able to help me and groom me to be the man that I was supposed to be back on top. So shout out to my wife, Lexi Morgan Cunningham. But I saw it as a way to get out my anger. And I said, why the hell not? Instead of just watching people fight on the TV and saying, I could do that. Let's go see if you can actually do it. And then once I saw that, I got a lot of work to do if I actually want to do this shit. But I liked it. It was more than a like. It was a love. I felt the whole aspect behind this sport, to find peace of mind and take your time. It's beautiful. It's not like football. It's nothing like football. The work that you put into it, it's way more than football. It's way more grueling than football. I don't know, man. This shit is just, it's peaceful for me. I hope to ride this wave out as long as I can.
You're a tremendous athlete, so I'm sure this wave's gonna go for long. You're gonna ride it.
That's the plan.
I was gonna end it there, but I wanted to follow up on, I guess, what you just said. So you said so after the NFL stopped fucking with you. What were the emotions like after that? Right, like that was your life, right?
Yeah, man.
You played football your entire life. You made it to the NFL,
and
then it's over.
Yeah, and in like a blink of an eye, and it was like I didn't even get a chance to really fully absorb it all and to show them what I could do. I felt like, and maybe that's why they stopped fucking with me, because I didn't give them. Maybe because they felt like I didn't give them my all. But bottom line, world. It wasn't meant to be. And no hard feelings. I know that it's a business. There's no time to get your feelings involved. But my feelings were hurt. They were hurt. I felt like it was like a bad breakup. Like a really bad breakup. And then everything else with life that came on top of that. And then on top of that, it just weighed me down, man. And then like it was a dark moment for me. It was a really dark time for me.
What happened in that dark, and how did you get out of that darkness?
I was homeless. I had my two sons, so I really had to just couch surf. So I was at my parents' house on the weekends, so I can have time with them. So I'd have them Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No, I'm sorry, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then they go back with their mom for the rest of the week on Mondays, and then throughout the week, I'd go to work, but I'd go to work drunk. I used to develop a real bad drinking problem because my kid's mom. I was off the rail. My life felt like it was falling apart, and the only safe haven I had was a bottle and drugs. And so it was a dark time. I became depressed, more depressed than usual. I became angry, suicidal, and I tried to kill myself. So that's what was so dark about it. And in between me couch surfing, I found my wife, and she didn't even know what was going on with me at the time. I hid it pretty well. I just told her that, hey, I'm in a situation. I'm not on my feet. Could I just stay with you a night? A night turned to 2 nights. 2 nights turned to a week. And I'm pretty much living on her couch. And mind you, I just pretty much met this girl. Yeah. So can you imagine that? So she really, and I fought her on this so hard. I fought her on why we should be together, why I should even open up to her. And I still fight with her on this. And but I'm learning to accept it for what it is. That she's just my person to help me through life. And I always find ways to fight back. And then but yeah, that's my bug.
Gotcha.
I love her. Yeah.
One last question about the NFL. You're a defensive tackle. I guess hindsight's 2020. Looking back at it, and you weighed in at 230 yesterday, correct?
Yeah.
Would you have wanted to go back and be a linebacker instead of a defensive tackle?
Too much thinking. Too much thinking. Just tell me where the hell to go and I'll go.
Totally understandable, right? Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, man. No, I like being at a defensive tackle. I like putting my hand in the dirt. I like being able to look at my guy in the eyes as we're about to go to war.
Thank you so much for your time, man. I appreciate it, and thank you for sharing all those details about your dark times, man. I really appreciate that.
Man. All you guys got to do is just ask, and I'm an open book for the most part. And if I don't want to share, I'll tell you. No.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate that, John. I really do, man. If you want to plug any social media, plug any sponsors you got, if you want to thank anybody, floor is yours.
Yeah. Okay. So give me a second. Follow me on Instagram, heavy_blessings. I want to get a shout out to SCS, my sponsorship, Blessing Bags, Dinah Zell. Also like to give a shout out to wearing their hoodie. Yeah, I forget their name, their social media name, but their hoodies are pretty much just Black scientists, just representing the Blackness of America. And then my wife and family, my sons and daughter, Zion and Malcolm and Adrian. I'm doing this for you guys. Lex, I love you.